Hello everyone, my name is Andrew. Today I'm gonna talk about trust in the European Central Bank, about how we used data science and machine learning algorithms in order to predict the level of trust in this institution. First of all, let me start with some banking vocabulary. We can hear these words from the central bank speeches, for instance, implementation of financial resilience, monetary and inflation policy, single supervisory mechanism, single banking resolution mechanism, European deposit insurance scheme, stronger banking union. So, we asked ourselves, what is the most common between all of them? We might suggest that this is a trust. Trust is a key factor towards achieving the highest performance of all of that. As they say, trust is the most powerful currency, first and foremost thing in the business of any kind. Nowadays, we are exposed to distrust the whole system even more, considering this pandemic situation, misinformation and fake news. The aftermath of the financial crisis has discovered trust as the important ingredient of the financial stability. Before we can proceed to elaboration of machine learning algorithms, we did some data manipulation and preparation procedure. In that particular case, we used Eurobarometer survey database, which consists of approximately 22,500 respondents from 27 EU countries. First off, we selected three countries, Greece, Cyprus and Spain, where we observed the highest volume of distrust in ECB. Also, we have selected Germany, that is stand out as some sort of middle point of trust. Consequently, we have 4 countries in our main data set and all 27 countries of the EU members. Over here we have some variable definitions. First of all, question concerning trust in the European Central Bank, which can be yes, no, or don't know. Secondly, we have answers about country employment situation, level of public services, which can be very bad, rather bad, or good, very good. Some other binary variables, personal EU meaning as unemployment or waste of money. Is the person unemployed or student? Some questions about better future for the country outside the EU, or happy to live in EU, which can be from positive answer to totally agree to negative answer -2, totally disagree. Additionally, we have general impression and expectation about future of the European Union, which can be from 2 very positive to -2 very negative. Also, we have job crisis worst possibility, which is 1 will be even worse and 0 otherwise, and future in the EU. Easier, more difficult, or the same. Moreover, difficulties to pay bills at the end of the month, as almost never, from time to time, most of the time. It should be noted that all of the descriptive statistics, including mean, standard deviation, and frequency data distribution, you can review in our paper. Let's focus our attention to the dependent variable. We built ECB lack of trust heat map on the left side. Accordingly, the highest level indicates the highest volume of distrust and otherwise. On the right side, we have histogram and density curve. In order to proceed with the machine learning algorithms, we should define the level of correlation for each variable. This is a correlation heat map matrix plot. It helps us to understand if there is a multicollinearity and relationship between the factors. Multicollinearity exists when 2 or more predictors are highly related to each other, and then it becomes difficult to understand the impact of an independent variable on the dependent variable. Firstly, let's just stick to the default logistic regression for the binary dependent variable. This is a logistic regression output. On the right side, we have 3 models with the different measurements of p-values. If the p-value less than 0.05, the results are statistically significant. In the same context, we developed the effect plot of the regression results. We can see from this plot the influence of independent variable on the dependent variable. So take for instance, trust in the euro currency has a positive effect. If the person will trust the euro currency, trust in ECB will increase by a couple of points. The same concerns to country employment situation. If it will be 4, which is very good employment, the trust in the ECB will increase. Moreover, very positive general impression about the European Union could also lead to increasing the trust in the ECB. On the contrary, we have personal EU meaning as a waste of taxpayers' money, which has negative impact on the trust in ECB. On the next slide, we have future EU expectations and happy living in the EU, which has a very positive impact on trust. So the more positive expectations about future of EU and happy to live in EU, the more trust will be. On the other hand, unemployment and problems with paying bills can decrease the trust dramatically. As for the confusion matrix, we achieved the 76% of accuracy. Next we have decision tree model. This machine learning algorithm uses as a set of binary features, which is good in our case, since we have a binary target value, 1 or 0, and data up to 5 results. Let's take a closer look to the decision tree model plot, confusion matrix, and accuracy. Happy to live in EU is the most important feature. If you don't know or not happy to live in EU, you will not trust in the ECB with probability of 88%. Otherwise, we are going to the note 2. If your level of public services is very or rather bad, then trust in the euro currency decides which side you may choose. Therefore, if you not trust in the single currency, you will not trust the ECB with the 89% of probability. Nevertheless, the decision tree model wasn't show the best accuracy, only 70%, at least compared to the logistic regression, which is 76%. So, in order to achieve more accurate outcomes, let's proceed and try another algorithm, which is random forest. We used the grid search algorithm for searching selected predictors and number of trees. Based on that results, we've chosen 700 trees and only 2 randomly selected predictors. It follows that the monetary and inflation policy are crucial factors towards achieving trust in the central bank. Future European Union expectations can also drastically change the trust in the central bank. The same goes for happy to live in EU, trust in the media, public services. So we received almost the same results, but with the accuracy of 77.9%, which is a little higher than the logistic regression. Our last model is a neural network. We use the H2O package for building and training this model. In this context, we should notice that we tried to use a very different amount of gradient descent repeated rounds. For instance, in the model 1 and 3, we used 1 and 10 respectively. But as you can see from the right side ROC curve, the performance was not so well. The line is closer to the false positive error. We used early stopping in the model 1 but didn't receive any good comparative results. The ROC curve should be closer to the upper left corner. The more closer to the upper left corner, the best model results you'll obtain. In contrast to that, the dashed vertical line over here indicates the random guessing with a probability of 50% chance, like flipping the coin. So that's why this line has to be closer to the upper left corner as much as possible in favor of making the accurate prediction. It was decided to create a neural network with 3 hidden layers, 32 neurons each, and 20 repeated rounds. Therefore, we achieved the 70% accuracy for the validation dataset. In conclusion, all our machine learning algorithms gives us the accuracy of logistic regression 76.2%, decision tree 70.7%, random forest 77.9%, which is the best one, and neural network 77.7%. In order to raise the level of trust in ECB, the government should take care of future of EU, unemployed people, providing public services. Don't waste the EU budget, taxpayers' money, for unnecessary spendings. It should be recalled that those people who tend to agree that they are happy to live in EU and have positive expectations about the future of the European Union are possibly tend to trust in the European Central Bank. At this point, ECB should take care of economic development, unemployment, and monetary policy, because we can see how crucial it is believing in euro currency and inflation problems. And last but not least, I'd like to thank the organizers and everybody who made this event possible. Additionally, I want to give some acknowledgements for my co-authors and everyone who has always supported me. Do not hesitate to leave your comments below or send me a message about this project using my email address.